Well, welcome back to episode number 2, folks. Where we kick off. So yesterday we did a bit of running around in is it the mech factory? I think it is. To start off this whole endeavor. In hindsight, probably not the smartest thing I could have done as a new player on a new server with no armor, weapons, any of that kind of stuff. But hey, we made it. We almost died a couple of times. Once to Giggler and the other time to a mech, but we're still here. So we got some interesting weapons on us, which was quite a good find. I'm guessing. I don't know if it's just where I went to loot or the server settings, but either way, we came away with some valuable items, which is always good. What I wanted to do now, though, is have a look at the best route from here back to the trader. And I honestly believe that what I want to do is actually go up in across this bridge here in Z1 or over into A1, and then we'll do a bit of a loop around and back down to the trader. So this may happen in one episode, it may not. I'm not really sure at this stage. We'll try and cut across as much as I can. I'm always a little bit wary of these as we get into A and B sectors. You tend to see a bit of wildlife, and not just the kind you can eat, but the ones that'll eat you as well, right? So something to think about. What is weird though is look at how many freaking drops there are all over the map. There's currently 4, one in C2, one in A1, A3, A4. And Z1, which is pretty close to where we are, but I don't think we're in any way equipped to try and fight off the horde. That particular look there up in D4 as well. Anyway, let's get a move on. Who knows? We might find a vehicle spawn along the way or something along those lines, and try and get some kind of a vehicle at some point. As we know, getting around the map, man, it's so much easier when you got a vehicle. But hey, let's see what the future holds, right? Let me just check. Let's take that off there. Let's have a look. So that's north. We want to be moving westish, yeah. Where's right? So we're going on the right way. Let's try and get off these rocks. Can we do it down this side? Yeah, I think we can. Alright, let's do some running. So it's going to be interesting. So the whole, like I said in the last episode, in hindsight, probably shouldn't have recorded that episode because it ended up being quite late at night. And the reality of that one is when you're late at night and you're recording and the house is quiet, you're trying really hard not to wake up the other members of your household. So I think recording at this time of day is probably a bit better. It gets a bit tricky under normal circumstances because you would normally have kids running around the house and that sort of thing. So we're trying to minimize those background noises. While I have the mic I have, which is it's just a gaming headset at this point in time, it's going to be challenging because I'm in an untreated room. So I probably need to look at something like a dynamic microphone. I've got my eye on something, but let's wait and see. Hopefully we can get that, and that'll obviously improve things from a recording perspective. I think the volume settings on the last episode weren't quite right, and I think that was down to a setting that I neglected to check before I started recording. But hey, we live and we learn. This is why we're doing this thing. We're doing it because we want to prove to ourselves that we can do it, and you want to make it semi entertaining, I suppose, at some point in time for the people watching, right? I mean, you guys only like to be semi entertained. No, but on a serious note, I mean, you want to have content that people are looking to watch, and so I think it's important that we do our best to add some production value to what we're doing, right? So while I don't know that. I don't know if I'm one of those people who will want to have a camera on them when they stream or when they do these videos. Who knows later on in life? But for now, I think while we haven't got a visual on what I'm saying and what I'm doing, always better to have better audio, right? So I think That's something that I'm going to focus on to start off with, is getting a decent microphone, making sure that I at least sound good to you guys, right? I mean, that's important. So yeah, let's keep running up here. I might actually try and cut a bit of this when I'm doing the editing side. That's something else I'm going to have to learn a bit about. It seems is actually editing the footage, because you know, in situations like this, I know what isn't particularly entertaining is watching someone run, especially when you know, it just takes a lot of time. All right, so now we have a bit of a problem. So we have a service station. Something that I actually wanted to do before I moved on was make some more arrows. So I think we're going to get on that mission as quickly as possible, so that we have some ammunition to fight what we encounter. The problem with these service stations now, I don't know about this server, but certainly on the servers that I've played in the past, there's definitely a lot of NPCs camping out at these. Oh, we've got a giggler. Definitely a lot of NPCs camping out in these areas. So yeah, that's something to be mindful of for us. Let's get to the crafting part of this experiment. I should actually do this one, currently craftable. All right, so let's just do some auto crafting, and then we'll grab as many of these arrows as we possibly can. Probably all of them, I'm hoping. I do have a couple of rounds in my 357 Serpent, but I think in the interests of not attracting a horde to us, we'll probably be better off just using an arrow. And obviously, you know, when you use an arrow on a beeper, on a giggler, should I say, / beeper, whichever way you want to look at it, you know, you're going to sacrifice it. You ain't getting that arrow back. So, so we've got 12 arrows. Do I have any other space available here? It would seem not. So we'll have to use the 12 we've got. All right, so let's wait. There's an oversight, guys. Something that we don't have, that we lost somewhere along the way in our travels, is, wait for it, our bow. So this could, maybe we quickly craft one. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. At least we have a decent axe on us now, which is always good. That's going to, you know, obviously stop us from having it degrade too quickly, which is always a big challenge. Stick you in there. Let's do cutting into small sticks. All right, so yeah, I think the plan is a sound one. I think we need to get some money in the bank, so that we can avoid spawning in some random area, and we can obviously, you know, set our goals in terms of where we want to go and where we want to be, and then if we die, we have the opportunity of coming back to a place that we're familiar with, or part of our goals, you know, part of our journey, whatever you want to call it. So, oh man, what am I doing? Let's craft this. Need to craft the rope. I shouldn't have cut the long. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? I think we might be able to get a little bit more efficient here, though. So I can stick my axe up in here. That gives us a bit of space to play with. Okay, let's go and get a long stick over here. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, the beginning stages of this game, you always think to yourself, oh, it's quite tedious. But at the end of the day, it's actually, in many ways, one of the things I enjoy most about Scum. Ooh, I forgot that I had scrap, so we can make an improvised tomahawk. We don't really need it right now because of the fact that we have trainer's axe. But we must remember the situation with the bow, because we don't want to be dropping it again. Alright, let's take a bit of a walk up here and see where this beeper is. Well, it's actually quite a nice service station because it's got oh, that was pretty cool. Alright, well that was slightly more successful than the last time we dealt with a beeper, right? Yeah, definitely less rags were used in the recovery from that mission. That's all good. Pretty happy with that. Is there anything worth looking at over here? The problem that I have now is I actually don't have that much space on me to do a lot of to grab a lot of stuff. I think I can hear another zombie here somewhere. Let's check these boxes here quickly. We got some red underwear. Yeah, you know, always remember to carry your bow in your hands. Thank you very much. Oh, 1911 mag. I don't need the battery. The mag will definitely come more in handy. Let's check the cache scenarios. All right, got a bit of cash. Oh yeah, I've got a lead plate as well. Might have to think about. Yeah, that's what I definitely want to. I don't need a waste bag, do I? Tactical vest. I've got a waste bag. Bolts. We'll get to the bolts and stuff at some point, and we kind of. It's going to be interesting to think about where. I mean, we have to build a base, right? And the reality around that is, well, you got to keep your stuff somewhere. The question that I have is, where is the best place to build a base? We don't want to go too far north. It's a real pain trying to. Oh, we can get rid of that. Trying to stay dry and warm when you're up north. So that's Isn't really a thing. By the same token, being south also has its problems. Not problems, but you tend to be too warm then, right? Oh, got a radio wheel. Let's have a look around in here. Car repair kit. Got some working gloves. Oh, another pair of working gloves. Drill. Not really something I can use at this point in time. Nails. I've got a woodcutter shed already. Let's have a look. Car jack. It's a nice little stop if you're looking for car parts. Something to drink there. I've still got my cola. Medical gloves. Ooh. Thanks, but you can go. I need that. What is this? Oh, cotton shirt. Okay. Something we need to think about here: carbs, protein, fats, water, energy. What happens if you just eat them all? Definitely think about carbs. Sugar's running low. Saturated fat's a bit high. Hopefully we've got some fiber in that as well. Oh yeah, let's go upstairs quickly. I knew there was one somewhere. I just couldn't, for the life of me, remember where. Or hear, or see one, or understand where it was. There was no ways I was going to remember where it was because I obviously haven't been here before. All right, let's check. There's some salt lying on the ground here. Yeah. Do we want a beer? Probably not. Okay, let's go have a look here. These are obviously bathrooms. Potentially a dangerous place to be. Zomboids like to hide in these places sometimes. Alright, so we've cleared this building. That's awesome. Let's go and see what's in the garages outside. Well, we've got this shed here. Ooh, a fishing hat and some really crappy earplugs. That sounds awesome. Oh, we've got a gun. We've got a repair kit. What I am going to do, because of the fact that it will increase the durability of the weapon, we're going to repair it. So 100%. Is there any other weapon we can repair? Oh wait, yeah, we can do Scar DMR. And we can try the M249 as well. That should deal with the whole repair kit, I would say. pretty much. Well, that worked out perfectly. It's like the game knew I needed it. Alright, so let's not forget our... Oh, we have an arrow. Give my arrow back. Alright. Let's see what we got. Oh, another screwdriver. Alright, cool. So we've got the shed. Let's go and have a look. See, I've played on servers before where this place actually has a vehicle. Not a fully formed vehicle, obviously, but a vehicle at least worth having a look at from a restoration point of view and getting it running. But got bobby pins, real good there. Oh. Ooh. Equip that. Oh, it's good to have a little bit more store. What I want to do. Got some slots in the old backpack over here that can fill that's something else I kind of really wish I'd found is a decent sized backpack. Look, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, we've got some really awesome weapons here, but it would be nice to have a better backpack. No lying there. Okay, let's go into the next garage. Another screwdriver. Another jack. And interestingly, no real vehicles of interest lying around here. As far as I know, we need to run up this. Yeah, we need to run north. Oh, that's a little bit. I think there's one of the drop thingies, cargo drops. Oh, actually, I won't lie, I'm a bit scared about this run because of our friends. Oh, we need a bit of something to drink here. Because of our friends, the wolves, the wildlife that runs around here, and judging by the fact that when I dropped in, initially, there was like an animal right near me, a deer, obviously, not something that was going to ruin my life, but it's worthwhile knowing that that could signal the fact that there are a lot more animals on the server than what I'm used to seeing out and about. Just going to have a look at metabolism. Soft drink, so that should start to rise now. Alright, let's go. Am I running the right way? No, we'll just go here. So I think it's there. Alright, that's always the thing about this game, that I always get turned around without even realizing it. I think it must be, I think even in real life, let's have a look, what have I got on here that's causing me to be super hot? What do I have? Oh, do that and that. pull you off. Suppose I don't really need the gloves for right now. Let's see if that has any impact. Anyway, so it's always amazed me how you can get turned around in this game, and I think that's something that makes it feel a little bit more real as well. Is the fact that you, without realizing, kind of get knocked off your bearings, like you lose sense of direction a little bit. Oh, there's a hunting tower up here. Let's have a look. See. Sometimes we can get a decent weapon. Sometimes there's a bottle of water or something along those lines, or an apple even. Let's jump in there and see what we can see, right? Okay, let's climb. Well, we've got a nice scout hunting knife, but we also have a banana. We're just going to go ahead and eat all of this, I think. Eat more of that. And you might as well eat all of that too. Problem is with fruit and stuff when you're running around, is you tend to it tends to degrade quite a bit. I mean, it's hard to tell server to server what's going to happen to your stuff, but I do believe that. Make sure we're going north here. Kind of the default settings for food stuff is to degrade pretty quickly. So probably just need to think about that. But let's think about. Yeah, so I need to kind of make my way across the bridge, and then we can almost walk our way along the coast. To try and get to this trader. Get some cash. Probably won't be able to buy anything from the trader because most servers require quite a lot of fame points in order to do so. But yeah, we'll run the good run. Like I said, I might cut some of the running out in the edit because, yeah, well, it's kind of boring. And we made it. Alright, well, it only took just over an hour of gameplay to get there, but we managed to make it happen, so that's I don't know that I've really spent a lot of time in this one, in this particular post. It's not very familiar to me, but
What's up? If you're trying to rob the place, I guarantee you, I'm well armed.
It's actually not so bad. 50 fame points. Oh, okay. Alrighty.
That thing registered? Kidding. Nobody cares.
I think the handguns would be smart to keep. Holsters, you and you. And you. ECU lock. Give me that. $792. Wow, actually got quite a bit of fundage from that. Now, is there literally anything we can buy from this dude?
Guns come unloaded. Security reasons. Obviously.
Parking sensors, compasses, respirators. That's it. Tools. Damn it. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to sell our BCU lock. I think we can do it at the general store, yeah?
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse around.
I would like to sell that.
Let's see what you have.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's check quest book.
Could you help me with these?
Okay, I don't have a mobile phone.
That's disappointing.
I'd say
Hope you
that.
change your mind. Here's what I got.
Milk's a good one. Water's a good one. Actually, canteen.
Here's what I got.
Oh, whoa.
Here's what I got.
Thanks. Where am I going to get a cell phone? Why is there only one mission?
Could you help me with these? Have a nice day.
I wonder what the chances of finding a cell phone in here is. Yes.
Welcome, welcome. Could you help me with these? I would be really grateful if you could do it with haste. Could you help me with these?
I could.
Good.
Otherwise, we just take the Bobbycons we've got.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse around. Could you help me with these? Thank you very much. Let me give you something for your troubles. That's disappointing. Hope you change your mind. Could you help me with these? Thank you very much. Let me give you something for your troubles. That's disappointing. Hope you change your mind. Here's what I got.
Okay, looks like we're going to get our hiking backpack. If you set it to him, give me this.
Here's what I got. Let's see what you have.
I got that.
Stay safe.
Mechanic.
No loitering. Prices are not negotiable.
Hello, what is your emergency? Never mind about the expiration date. Those are fake anyway. I'll be here when you need. I'm sure I'll.
Hello. Guns come unloaded. Security reasons. Obviously.
Okay, let's go and sell these bad boys.
Goodbye.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse around. Here's what I got. Let's see what you have. Could you help me with these?
Maybe we can find some batteries. Can have a look. Alrighty, so what's the plan, Stan? Head up north to this town here in B0. It's probably going to be our best bet, but wouldn't that be cool? I'll put my boots. Those will fit. Tactical pants. You can definitely throw the tactical jacket in there. Whoops. Oh, we could actually probably put on these bad boys so that we're not looking quite so exposed. But yeah, let's get moving in a northerly direction. Which is that way. This is very interesting to me. It's very quiet. What that generally tells me is keep your eyes open for NPCs, which is going to make things real scary. Block 21 mag. No, all we need is the block 21. Oh, cool. You there, you can, yeah. I suspect that somewhere we're gonna need to make ourselves a raincoat. We just need to find a plastic bag, but as we go further north, the chances of rain increases, right? Military hats. Alright, well, trying really hard to find anything of value. That's usually pretty good to have on hand. Okay, let's go. Let's keep searching. Let's keep searching. Whoa, spaghetti and meatballs. That looks like it's gonna not be great for us if we eat it. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess there has been a little bit of stuff here that is worthwhile. MREs and such. And I think we've been through everything here. This seems a little scary. Oh, I can just send out a bit of cash, right? Honestly, can't search any of these places. Alright, oh, that's alright. Well, no batteries for the quest if we go back there. Chocolate, okay, all the healthy stuff, man. Nails. Pickaxe. I'm already out of my cardboard bridge phase. 38 ammo box. All we need now is a gun that shoots at 38. Why can't we get 357 boxes 357 ammo? Just asking for a friend. Tactical sweater. That's cool if we get into really cold areas. Why can't we have 357 ammo, guys? That's my question. All that parkouring just to get nothing. Let's have a look over this side. Yeah, so all I already need was a Halloween mask. Shovel. We have 3 already. Another shovel. Yeah. Screws over here quickly. Anybody home? $1. That can only have been a cargo drop. Unlocked tractor. So, what is this place? I've got a whole new box of bobby pins. So I'll do that one there. Do I want what that's got in there? No, not really. Coffee. To rig it. A nicer mobile phone. Broccoli. Yeah. Yeah. always interests me how we have a lot of duct tape in office drawers, filing cabinets, whatever you want to call them. Magnifying glass. More bobby pins. More duct tape. Okay. I like that knife, but I don't need it. Alright, well, I think we need to move on from here and go and see what's at the next place. Well, we pick up our story once more over at the brick factory. Came across a couple of NPCs. One had an improvised rifle, and the other one had a Hunter 85 with some ammo. So that was a bit of a bonus. And I do have a weapon I can use should I need to. I'm not sure if these are going to be the only NPCs that are in the area. But judging by the fact that we had two in quick succession, tells me that I need to be seriously alert. Was kind of scary, to be honest. I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to take them down, but I managed to use my bow and arrow, get a couple of headshots in. If I see a repair kit anywhere, I should probably use it to repair my armor. I think that's what saved me to this point, is having that armor. Which, yeah. Okay, well, there's not a whole bunch of stuff in this place. Let's check this. Sure did. Oh, we got another one. Jump in here and see if there's anything worthwhile. Hiking boots. Put it in here. Pitchfork. More screwdrivers. Not online is good. More gloves. More sunnies. More sunnies. Let's go here. Would be awesome to have. It'd be awesome to have a vehicle at this place, because I don't know, I'm not holding high hopes for that one though. Let's just keep running across to these buildings. We have a very dead cruiser here. It's got a front wheel. It's probably about the only usable thing, and maybe the back seat. Wow. I don't know how amazing this is going to be. Check out. Literally, unless I was in the market for some bricks, there's not a lot here. Seems to be the place to go for fishing equipment. Bait packs and freaking not online. Work lights. Yeah, we go. Oh, something. Maceful. Kitchen. Alrighty. Well, once again, didn't even skim. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. That's the way I feel. It's interesting. Let's just check. There's this building kind of in the middle here that I want to take a look at. Okay, sorry for being a little quiet. Just kind of trying to listen to see what's around me. And a little bit mindful of the NPCs that I encountered earlier. So we found 2, but there's always scope for more. Is the way I see it. Oh, another one. All of a sudden we have a weapon that's in pretty decent nick, right? Okay. Keep running along here and see what we can find.
Confirm contact. No sudden moves. Contact.
And again, we dealt with it expertly. Okay, but now I've got no more ammo in my rifle. So we must remember that. So that we can oh, so that we remember to use our bow and arrow the next time. Let's go see what's up here. Don't think we're going to find much in terms of weaponry up here. Fireman pants, motorcycle goggles, hiking boots. Any .22 ammo perhaps? No? Anyone? Stone shreds. Sleeveless camo shirt. A pretty mean looking mask. Alright. Backpack. Short trousers. I don't want to wear them. I wanted to pick them up. We can repair them though. Sweet. It's actually worth a bit of cash. Nope. Nope. Metal plates. 2 metal plates actually. Are any of them? No, I've got a 20 of 20. You can actually stack them. But they're heavy. 2 kilograms. Too bad. Let's keep going. Alrighty. Is it worthwhile looking at these? More pants. Oh, great, I'm overburdened. Headlamp. No, I don't really need too much more than this. Let's see, do they have any luck over here? Grinding stone. Probably clean it. Here it is. Okay, let's keep looking around. Hopefully we will get lucky on this one. I get the feeling that finding a vehicle on this map is going to be difficult. Quite a bit to look at here, but it's all about whether or not we're going to actually find the things we need. Just eat it. Bananas are good. Well, if you're looking for cash, this would be a good place to come find it. Soup carpets. Yeast. I'm not going to be baking any bread. And I don't need any hazelnuts, guys. But let's pull into this town. We can see it as we approach now. We're going to have to be worried about all kinds of things here. I think NPCs are going to be. This isn't actually a town. This is the scrapyard. This is what I thought it was. I got confused. I thought the other one was the brickyard was the scrapyard. As far as I know, there could be some lockboxes around here somewhere. Let's try and find a hole in the fence here. That's not going to work. Bolts. See, we've got a seat for a WW. Car jack. Or should we say vehicle jack? Because you can use it in all vehicles, not just cars. Oh, black short trousers. Barbecue cookbook, yippee. More cookbooks might come in handy later on, but still very much in the beginning stages of our game. Cookbooks are going to be part of our required items for a while. Oh, silver lock. Search these little boxes. Locks. Okay, let's go. Amazes me if you find these boxes in a bunker, find weapons in them if you find them in an office block. You find odd things. Well, if I was in the market for paper, it would have been awesome. So have a quick look. I'm sure I had another line here. Yep. No, that's right. It's got no freaking. Got some money. And some more money. Alrighty. Where have you been there? Okay. I think we'll leave that loot puppet alone for now. I don't really have much to deal with the horde. This is very fruitful. Not. It's a very junky junkyard. Huh? Whoops, a bit of a glitch there. $6. Would have been nice if we found a vehicle someone forgot to lock, hey? Not likely to happen. Right. Okay, well I think we're going to jump out over here. Scoot on through the thing here. And probably call it a day. Alright guys, we'll see you on the next one. It's been quite eventful. Got a lot of editing to do because we've done a lot of walking. Right,